1 in 5 Mainers, that's the number of people the Maine Coalition Against Sexual Assault say will experience some type of sexual violence in their lifetimes.
That means 1 out of 5 people that you know could learn what it's like to get a sexual assault exam at some point. They might need support and could eventually need to testify in court. Good evening and thanks for joining us on News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Chris Costa.
And I'm Zach Blanchard. But while many Mainers may need access to those services, advocates say now they need help so they can support those survivors.
Alex Haskell is tracking a bill in Augusta that could give them the boost they need. Alex?
Yeah. Hey, Chris and Zach. So a bill under consideration now would provide more than $3 million in funding to raise wages for sexual assault support advocates and help the staffing crisis in the state. Ariane Clements is the executive director of Sexual Assault Support Services of Midcoast, Maine. They provide support by doing everything from going into schools and working with children with messages of consent and boundaries to taking sexual assault survivors to the hospital to make sure they're healthy. Clement says pay varies in the field, but entry-level pay at her center is $18 an hour. She says this bill would allow them to pay sexual assault support advocates a more deserving wage and support them long-term.
We have a lot of staff who would do this work longer. If they could afford to do it longer. But the whole composition of our funding structure is built much on a patchwork of funding that we can fit together, and really doesn't allow us to be responsive and to grow.
Now, according to the Maine Coalition Against Sexual Assault, last year 37% of sexual assault advocates left their jobs, a turnover rate twice the national average. I'll have more on this story tonight on News Center Maine at 11.
Wow.
Alex, thank you so much.